Alright, so I was playing kart when I was thinking that, there's a similar game mode to this called Bed PvP where you use beds to explode your opponents in the nether, or I'm not sure, maybe in the end as well. So I was thinking, can I revolutionize Bed PvP by making newer methods to play the Bed PvP game mode? So my thoughts were, since in kart PvP, if you don't have blast protection pants, you can basically really hurt yourself whenever you're doing this. That did over half my health. And then if I were to place a block in between me and the cart, I'll take way less damage. That's what we call safeguarding. So whenever you're doing bed PvP, most of the time you're carrying like a ton of totems, or then your inventory will be filled with your beds. But what if that wasn't the case? What if there was something like kart PvP where you mostly carry beds? So let's try and make the inventory. So I was thinking that we're gonna use the same inventory as the kart PvP kit. By the way, this is the high tier kart PvP kit. The low tier does not have X-bow, which is the crossbow with the flint and steel. But if we grab that and then grab a bunch of beds, I don't know why I feel like purple beds just do the most damage. So we're just gonna fill that with purple beds. Now instead of using like normal oak logs, I feel like we should use slabs. Because if you see slabs, make it a bit easier for you to do stuff. And I don't know, I haven't tested anything if slabs do protect you. So let's go to the nether and see that. Okay, so we'll just do all our testing on the nether roof because I don't want to make a mess. To give an example, maybe I just, gap up and stuff like that. And then placing a node and detonating it. I think it won't do that much damage because, of course, I have full saturation. But let's see. Turn down my sounds. Because, yeah, I have full sat, so that won't really do that much damage. But how do I even save dead? Do I like... Oh, that did no damage. Let me move the beds to my second slot and also get rid of the bow. I really don't need that. So I don't know if the sword would be useful anyway. But I feel like we would also need normal blocks. That's where the oak logs will come back into play. So safe bedding, something like that. And since you don't really need that many peripherals in bed PvP, I think that you could just be using, have a bunch of beds in your hotbar. Oh, that could be like a method of double safe bedding where you put 2 slabs. Can I safe bed if I do this? Yeah, I can. But I'm kind of being dumb here because speedrunners themselves use this tactic. If I were to do like a double bed, I could do something like boom, boom. I don't know. This is all really experimental. So let me just get rid of stuff that I just don't need. That's it. And I don't know, maybe double blast sprout would also be better because speedrunners do double bed. Boom, boom, boom. Oh yeah, that's a tech. So now I'm gonna have the tick rate to see if someone were to try and perform a double bed, how fast it would be. So boom, boom, boom. At this rate, both of them. I think that would be right behind each other. You get your bed, and then boom, 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 boom. I don't know. So let's summon our test subject. This is Theobald the bot. He's our loyal test subject for today. We are gonna give my brother double stacked totems, and then let's see how our safe bed mechanic will work. So we'll do something like that. Whoa! I think I have a new combo strategy. So this is my new method. Place bed, place slab, and then you place your bed again. But you have to middle click every time so you can get a new bed. I don't know, it's a bit tedious, but I'm getting the muscle memory down. But be very careful because whenever you place the bed, you could accidentally set it off. So that's why I think that you should be you should not jitter click. So I spent the next 20 minutes just fiddling around, seeing whatever works. Then I went to the end to see how it works when it's not flat, and I made a shocking realization. Alright, so I just learned something crucial about bed PvP. I noticed that whenever you do have a bed, your explosion damage is calculated from where the pillow is. So he'll take way more damage than I will. I think he'll take up to 50% more damage. Let me just get a bunch of them. Than I will. Which is kind of an interesting mechanic. And whenever you're doing bed PvP, you can just place a bed and it will like clip into his legs, which would make it like do way more damage to him than it is to me. So which means that for blocks, I don't think we need any wood-based blocks for this kit. But we can do something like obsidian, which lets us safe block multiple times. Like especially if you're doing this kind of safe block, then it's way better. But I can say, I don't know if the slabs are still needed, but I can still see a need for them. Because let me just do some testing up here. If I were to do the safe bed, the normal bed, that would do over half my health. If I was to do the obby safe bed, which you have to do like this, that would do basically no damage, and the top down will also do basically no damage. So I think I was just being dumb by using slabs, because slabs are harder for placement and they basically protect you the same amount as obsidian would. Obby does a bit of damage to me, but I feel like Obby is better to use than slabs, so you can keep the slabs as a secondary. Now let's talk about stunning with slowness arrows. So stunning with a slowness arrow means shooting your opponent with a slowness arrow while they're moving, and I don't know if that could help for like a double bed. I'm not sure. But yeah, basically even if your opponent's holding up a shield, since you're using a piercing crossbow, it can't slow them down, and I'm telling you, slowness 4 does a number on someone. And I know that they can just like have an ender pearl on side. And then there's some people that just like just use like multiple hotkeys to do their double beds. And since with Obby, it doesn't break whenever you use it. It'll just take a little getting used to. But I do not think that I can revolutionize bed PvP even if I tried. It's just too complex of a game mode. But yeah, bed PvP seems fun. I feel like the flat version would be a bit better, but with the bed logic and how it works, I feel like obsidian is just like the obvious way to go when doing bed PvP. And I don't know if stuns even do anything. But yeah, I feel like stunning can work, but I don't know if D-taps work. I could do more research to see if D-taps work, but I think I was just being dumb, and bed PvP is just not my turf. I feel like anyone who's had like experience in like crystals, something like that, can just destroy me in bed PvP. So yeah, do I recommend you play bed PvP? Yes, it's a really fun game mode. Did I revolutionize it in any way? Not really. I really thought that I was onto something there when I started using the slabs to see if that could negate damage, but safe bedding has been a thing in bed PvP. Yeah, you just slide in action, you just place Obby and do this. It'll basically never do anything. But I don't know. Is D-tapping a real thing in bed PvP? I'm not sure. So yeah, again, we've come to the end of our video. I didn't manage to revolutionize the bed PvP meta or anything. I don't think I ever will be. But there's one thing that I am good at, and that is card PvP. And let's just say there's a video coming out on card soon, and I actually think that I can revolutionize card PvP. So watch out for that.